Black man. Black man. That's right. 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 Receive this word, white man. That's right. That's right. That's right. You celebrate Christmas, don't you, brother? Yes, you do. And it's a white holiday. White holiday. Black power. Black is power. Black is power. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's right. Black is power. Black is power. Oh, man. Brother, can I speak to you, please, man? Lost another. Do you feel as if this is right? Boys, you need to come join us, bro. That's right. You need to come join us. That's right. That's right. We are not equal. We are. That's right. Our ancestors did not live for this. That's right. Poison. 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 You will not stop our brothers or sisters from the Constitution. That's right. That's right. I'd rather be in the South than to be in hell. That's right. Free man. Free man. Free man. Free man. Free man. Free man. That's right. John in the window, chapter 16. That's right. And white man will beneath. Okay. Beneath emancipated souls. That's right. That's right.
How can I help you, sir?
I do not need help. I will assist myself. What form of payment for this, please?
Whatever is easy for you.
Is it because my skin is black? We out here bringing our people back to the law, statutes, and commandments, man. We do not follow rules made by white men. We do not follow rules made by white men. You are not a sister, and you will not proceed to be a sister.
I'm sorry.
That's right. 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 What y'all doing after that? Is that the part of the song? What's your name in that band?
Marley.
Oh, shit. You thinking hell? Nah, that's dope. Black man. Black man.
Shalom, shalom, y'all. Shirali, it's your brother, Bahayar or War, coming to you two from Tulsa, Oklahoma, through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem Rakadash, which in the ancient Paleo-Hebrew tongue is correct as the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to you sister brothers that's laboring in this truth, and shalom to you brothers and sisters that's listening and studying and showing yourselves approved. Shalom. As you can see, man, there was a comedian named Druski. He was mocking us, the Hebrew Israelites. This dude done marked himself for death. My spiritual 2 cents on the whole ordeal is that the small hatters, which own him, made him do that based on the reaction that he did when he did a skit where he was acting like a redneck, and there was a bunch of backlash to that. So the bankers, the Israelis, the small hatters, told him to go out and mock us in order to balance that out. But I look at it like free advertising. This dude is a Gen Z comedian. He got millions of followers. And I'm like, all you really doing is advertising for us, really. Because if nobody know about us, they're going to know about us now. And that's just for the Gen Z crowd to look at it. Because the skit was really whack. It wasn't funny. It even kind of brought some stuff up, man. Like, if I was watching that and I was a youngin', I'll even think he's talking about my skin is because I'm black. And he pointed to his skin. This dude about my color. Like, dude, your skin is not black. You know, talking about the black man. So really all they did to me was raise awareness. Now, with that being said, though, he's up here mocking the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, which is a very, very bad offense. And then to me, it shows how distasteful and how ignorant and dumb he is. Look at the times we're in. You're not redeeming the time. This ain't the time to be mocking the Lord's prophets. You got ICE running down on people of color. The Native Americans, the Hispanics, and the so-called blacks, they running down on them right now. Trump got the government closed. We ain't getting ABT. Like, this was not a good time, which is never a good time to mock the Lord's prophets, but just like to do this at this point is very distasteful, and it backfired. You know, I listen to people at my job, and they was like, man, that dude dumb for that. So I'm like, to me, he just tarnished his little weak career he got. Because the career is already trash. He's a Diddy boy. Yeah, he's not funny. I don't really get laughs out of that dude. Like, he barely get a chuckle. He's just not really talented. He's only there because he's a Diddy boy. And I'm gonna get my first precept, because here we are at the eve of Jacob's trouble, when all hell about to break loose. People mad, government shut down, and you over here mocking the Lord's prophets. And I'm gonna come with this, man. This Galatians 6 and 7 says, "Be not deceived, Yahweh is not mocked. For whatsoever man soweth, that shall he also reap." And so he just sowed a bad work. We out here doing the work of the Lord, putting our lives on the line, like really going hard for the Lord. What he doing? He mocking our works. He's mocking Yahweh Shai, because this is the work and labor of Yahweh Shai. And he's marking himself for death, which I believe he's gonna get. I don't see that dude repenting. You know, he could repent like Mike Epps did, but I don't see him doing it. Man, when you start getting your cheeks clapped, especially by a dude like Diddy, man, I think you about out of here. So he just sold a bad works, man, clowning the churches of Yahweh Shai, the prophets. Like that was a very dumb, bad move. If I was him, I'd have told him, like, nah, I ain't touching that. I'd have put a Dave Chappelle on their butt. I'd have just went ahead and left it alone. Because now he about to reap, you know, all kinds of, I mean, he already got caught up in a little case, which shows, you know, they really got a hold of him. If you think I'm just talking some yin-yang. Yeah, he got caught up in that Diddy situation. They let him go because he got a lot of followers. He's very influential to the young crowd. So they let him all go on through to do his thing, but he was caught up in that. And then I'm gonna bring another skit to show you that that's how he got famous, man. This dude is not funny. It wasn't his career is not organic. He's just a Diddy boy. And when he's been a Diddy boy, you already know he done got his cheeks clapped to oblivion. And that's why he has to be a puppet for Esau Edom with the so-called white man. So check it out.
What y'all want to do? And do without this silk. For real, I don't even know how to put this on. Yeah. Ooh, this is delicious. Baller shot caller. Spread love, baby. Spread love. It's me. It's Puff.
Spaghetti, fettuccine, and veal, but still.
Don't mind if I do. I wouldn't.
Get that baby oil. Get that baby oil.
Shot. Owned by a black man. Owned by a black man. You're way too comfortable.
So you see, that was a little skit, but you already know when them cameras shut down. Hey, Diddy said, go get that baby oil. Get that KY jelly. Grab them ankles. You want to be famous, don't you? And that's what that dude had to do. And now he up here clowning, or trying to clown, because it backfired. Like, I was reading everybody at work that seen it, because, you know, the dude is famous. And they was like, man, I ain't like that. So I'm like, yeah, he missed the whole mark on that one, missed the whole rim on that one. But we'll take the free advertising, because, you know, now we get more notoriety. Now the people can't say, I ain't never heard about the Hebrew Israelites. Like Gen Z can't even say that. The Druski is their guy. So they see it. Now it's your opportunity to look into it. And I'm going to go get this right here, because now they have no excuses, man. None. I'm like, the Lord doing a mighty work through these little weirdos. Second Esdras 9:9, it says, then shall they be in pitiful case, which have now abused my ways, and they that have cast them away despitefully shall dwell in torments. Woo, you peep that? They gonna, man, Druski gonna be in a pitiful case for mocking the Hebrew Israelites. All his little people that follow him that ain't got into this truth. Because how did he abuse his ways? How did they abuse the ways? By disrespecting the prophets. When we do this service for Yahshua, hey, that's making a way for Yahshua, man. Faith come by hearing the truth. And we putting our lives on the line. Esau don't want this truth to go out. So that's Druski abusing the ways. The Lord said they're going to be in pitiful case for that. So I got my eyes on Druski now to see how he going to get his judgment. Because the Lord took out that one dude with Mike Epps when he did it. What's his name? Ricky Harris. I believe that was his name. I'll link up a video about that in the comment section. But Mike Epps went ahead and repented. Like, I'm sorry. Hey, I don't want to smoke with you. How about y'all? I'm sorry. So I'm thinking, hey, that might happen to Druski. You know, that dude might dwell in torments, man. Esau might, or something might happen to him. He might starve to death. I mean, I don't tell him what type of judgment he gonna get. So I'm gonna read verse 10. It says, "For such as in their life have received benefits have not known me." As I said, the benefit is to getting this truth. We do this ministry free of charge. Like, you can't get nothing better than that in Esau's kingdom. All you gotta do is pay your phone bill. You can get 100% truth free of charge. We don't charge to give you these breakdowns and these precepts. We doing this out of the love of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. That's a mighty work in itself. That's a benefit to all of y'all Sharala. But what these little young niggas do, or these niggas, period, they throw it down. Nah, I don't want to hear that. Nah, that's hatred stuff. Nah, I love the white man. I love everybody. And hey, it's going to be a penalty for that. And then we going to get to it. Verse 11, it says, "And they have loathed my law, while they had yet liberty, and when as yet had a place of repentance was open unto them, understood not, but despised it." Verse 12, "The same must know it after death by pain." Druski gonna get some major pain. He thought that rod going in his backside was some pain. He about to get something way worse than that. And all of his followers. Because his followers should see that. Man, let me look into this Hebrew Israelite thing. And that should be their introduction to it. That should be, I know if I was a young dude and I seen that, I'd be kind of curious, man. What you mean Hebrew Israelite? What's that about? Because I was looking for the truth. So all he did right there, if anybody is looking, searching for it, you know, all he did was put a spotlight on it. So I noticed even the Lord is using these fools to get this ministry out. And that's a beautiful work in itself. Because somebody might go on to YouTube and just look up Hebrew Israelites and they might get a GMS lesson. And once you get that, man, there it go. You know, you hear it, if you believe on it, hey, you're going to lock all the way in. So that wasn't nothing but free advertising. That's the Lord showing that he's in everything. You know, it's about to be closing season. When you got dummies like that putting spotlight on the ministry, oh, yeah. And then it also shows that this ministry is getting to Esau Edom. So he's trying to slander it, you know, make it seem like it's something stupid or foolish. But to me, he failed at that. That was a straight failure. That wasn't a funny thing. Like, if I was a young dude, I'd look into it. Like, man, hold up, who these brothers? They saying they Hebrew Israelites. Let me look into that. And if you find Great Millstone, you're going to get laced up. The other camps, I can't vouch for them. You know, but you got to search the field out. They'll at least tell you a Hebrew Israelite. And you got to keep searching. You know, you got to diligently seek the Lord. And the Lord putting the ministry out there, that's the spotlight. That was free advertising, straight up. And see, he was doing that being a scoffer. And them scoffers about to get knocked off. And that, to me, that just wows me that they're scoffing at this time. But we should know that because of this precept right here. They're going to scoff all the way until that MOTB made mandatory and the missiles come. They're going to scoff all the way to the end. And probably still be scoffing like, that ain't nothing but a firecracker in the air. You know how Jake do. So this is 2 Peter 3:3. It says, knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers, walking after their own flesh. And that's that we seen Druski. That's him. He was scoffing. And he was doing that walking his own flesh. He was doing it for that bag of money that Esau Edom give him. You know, because with that bag of money, he can buy any chick he want, buy any food he want, any drink he want. Like, he could fulfill his lust by mocking the men of the Lord and being a scoffer. So that precept right there, we seen that come to life in that little clip we watched. That dude was scoffing, and the reason he was scoffing is because he was lusting after, you know, his own flesh, lusting after what he can get in the world. Because this dude probably getting millions and millions of dollars, because they got millions and millions of followers. You know what I'm saying? Did he put people on? You know, he freak you out, then he put you on. That's how he get down. So he put that dude on before he went in. And Esau even got a hold of him because Diddy's nothing but a gatekeeper. He passed you off to the bankers, and they go ahead and have little parties with you and bust you open and then sit you out there to be a fool, a court jester for them. And they made him go ahead and try to trash the ministry. And I believe through the Spirit, all he did was advertise for us, man. We might get a little bit, couple more clicks, a little more views. Because Druski out there put the name out there. Hebrew Israelites doing this. Hebrew Israelites doing that. That's drawing people's curiosity, man. Who are these brothers? What are they doing? Somebody sincere gonna come on in. And here we are at the last days. All hell about to break loose. Ain't no way I would have did something like that. I would have told Esau, like, hey, I ain't touching that, man. We almost there. We about at the end times. Like, people about to go crazy. They can't get their EBT. You got troops on the ground, National Guard troops in cities. Trump talking about turning them into battlegrounds, training grounds. Man, that was very distasteful and showed a high level of ignorance. A high level of ignorance. You know, which let's get my next precept. Right here. Because I'm saying the same thing this precept is saying. So this Proverbs 1:22 says, how long ye simple ones, where they love simplicity, and the scorners delight in their scorning, and fools hate knowledge. I'm asking that too. How long you gonna be simple and stupid? How long, Jake? Talk to the 2/3. Like, how long you gonna continue to be this dumb? Because that was dumb. That was very dumb. I wouldn't have touched that. I'm not about to discredit the truth and try to mess over the... That's the moves of a fool and somebody who hate knowledge. I couldn't have did that number, man. So I'm sitting here like, man, how long Jake gonna be stupid? Because there's still a lot of Jakes that's not in this truth. Which shows they're simple. Because the Lord done exposed everything. Esau is exposed all the way. So I'm looking at Jake like, how you still think these devils is cool and still eat around them and chill with them? I don't get that. I really don't. And I'm going to go to verse 23. Proverbs 1:23 says, turn you at my reproof. Behold, I will pour out my spirit unto you. I will make known my words unto you. Verse 24. Because I have called and ye refused. I have stretched out my hand and no man regarded. You hear that? So how does the Lord stretch out his hand? He stretch his hand out through the prophets. Us that be on the highway and hedges, doing these video epistles, that's the Lord stretching his hand out. Like, man, here goes some help. He's about to gonna tell you who you are, related through the scriptures, and we'll see if you can get on track. But like that precept said, fools hate knowledge, man. That dude is a straight fool. You know, you getting your cheeks clapped for some money. Hey, you a straight dumb dude in my book all the way, because ain't no good gonna come out of that. Only pain and shame is gonna come out of that. And look how they do them all. They go to jail. They don't normally get to keep that money. Bill Cosby. He's trying to let you keep that money. You're gonna come up off of it. And verse 25, because this going to Druski too. Proverbs 1:25, it says, but ye have set at naught all my counsel, and with none of my reproof. Verse 26, I will also laugh at your calamity. I will mock when your fear cometh. And that's so funny, because that's what's going to happen. I'm going to laugh at all these scoffers in 2/3. Because they're going to be scared. When Esau even come down with great wrath, which he's about to do it now, I'm going to look at them like, how can you make mirth at a time like this? When they fear cometh, and they get scared, like, man, if I see Druski scared online, they coming for me. Or if he just gets some judgment, hey, man, I'm going to laugh, y'all, Sharala. I am going to laugh. That's what I'm going to do. Because this new generation is very, very loose, very diabolical. They decided to search to get some blood, man. Especially Esau Edom, so-called white man. So it showed right there that, hey, the council, he made fun of the counsel of the Lord. And what's going to happen to him? Calamity going to come to him. And I'm going to laugh. I'm going to laugh. I'm watching his situation, trying to, you know, see what's going to happen. When I see something bad happen to him, I'm going to laugh, y'all, Sharala. as the scriptures commanded me to do. Because that dude, he's out of here. And everybody that listens to him, it's a lot of guys that's like that. That passive aggressive. They really some alphabet agenda dudes is what they really are. And Esau just give him a platform, throw some jury on him, and hey, he got a career. But I'm gonna leave off with this right here though. Cause no matter what he do, you can't stop this awakening. You can't stop this truth. It's not gonna stop. Hopefully they're gonna keep it going. We're gonna stay on track, on target, no matter what happens around us. And I like 2 Corinthians 13:8, it says, for we can do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. And that's the case, man. You can't do nothing against the truth. Druski can't stop this awakening. He can't. But they just want Gen Z to go and do what he do. If he get all CHPA'd up, CHIP'd up, you know, the MOTB, then there's people gonna be like, man, I'm gonna go and get it too. So everybody's watching us, man. The ministry is really taking center stage when you got Gen Z comedians spotlighting it. Let you know the truth really has dominated the planet Earth. And so with that being said, you know, it's just been edifying. I want to say Kwam, Yashar Allah, and stay locked in because your house is quickly on the way. Shalom.